Yo guys, I'm HP, this is Dr. Pink, and today's topic is a cool shuffle blues guitar riff. Before we get started, make sure to subscribe to my channel, hit the notification button, and also join the HPCrazy Guitar Academy with a free member account or a premium member account in order to download the files which come along with those tutorials. So what are we talking about today? This thing here. Yo, and so on, a really cool shuffle blues guitar riff, simple to play, and I show you how the riff is played and some ideas how to develop a little bit more. The thing is, we are working here with a trio formation, so only drum, bass and guitar, so the guitar has to be really orchestral and really filling the whole scene, and we're using a standard blues sound, which is kind of a Fender amp. In this case, it's a Fender Deluxe with spring reverb, set on medium gain, like on 5. Could be even more, but I control this of the volume. I would take it medium, but you can also take more distortion. That's really up to you. So what we're gonna play, I'm gonna show you. The method to create a really cool shuffle blues guitar riff is having a rhythm motif which repeats itself, and the chords go along with the rhythm motif. And the rhythm motif is this one here. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's the rhythm motif. So we first analyze this because it's really important to keep the whole thing going. Okay, it starts here with this little figure here, and this is 1, 2, 3, 4. So these are triplets on the 4, and you skip the first triplet and you have the second and the third. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, and then you have 1, 2, 3, and 4. So 1, then you go to the chord, 2, slide down, 3 and 4. Okay, 1, 2, 3 and 4. On 4 you stop, and then you make the same figure again, but it starts on 1 and not on 2. That's the difference, and that's why we have the same rhythm finger, but first time it's on 2 and the second time it's on 1, and this way it creates this really nice little motif. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 and 4, 1, 2 and 3, 4. And then we have time on the 4 to play this little figure again. Yep. It's really simple. Now we need to adapt the chords. Then it goes to D. We open again the same. And then the chord changes. We're doing this as a D. Here, D7, 5th, 4th, 5th. Oh, what I wanted to say, a little detail. This chord here, I forgot to mention. This is a A9 chord. Here, 4, 4, 5, 5. I have a ghost on the cable again. Okay, 4, 4, 5. This is well, it's basically a C sharp minor 7 flat 5, but when you add an A as a bass, it creates a wonderful, really fat and brown A 9 chord, but since we have a bass here, we don't need to play the bass, so we just leave this away. But if you want, you can do as if you want, but it's not recommended because it's really, you know, you need to bend your thumb quite a lot. And there's also a big advantage on this chord, since you have all fingers on the string, you can make vibrators. See? That will be then the tip when you go to a second run. If you want to intensify the shuffle blues guitar riff, then you can add more vibrato by using this or not. Well, I'll show you now. Now let's... Yeah, as you can see, really simple, and with the vibrate you can create kind of a storyline. Start with less vibrato, putting up more and more, and then it goes to the third section, to E7. The D7 is the same, you can add vibrato, and E7 you make then 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and on the 4 end you slide down half step, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And on the D we cannot use the open string. If you don't want to use the open string here on D, you can just take this open. And here I recommend to really use the vibrato to create more tension, because we're coming along to the end of the first chorus. And this one I recommend just slide down and don't attack it. It gives a better effect. And then the end, just open the A string, then the classic one, but in this case we're doing in a low position, 4th fret, 7th fret. Just move up here in triplets, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then open E string. Oops. And now we're using this here, 5th fret, 6th fret as a E7 chord, and with the open E string. And here we can also do vibrato. I'll show you the whole thing now. Now we come to the next recommendation. First round was pretty clear. Now the second round we can, since we have a two bar riff, we can use the first bar to put the phrase in the second bar. We just solo it so. Or opposite. Probably here's cooler opposite. You make the opening phrase. And you come in the second phrase when the chord comes on 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we open with the phrase, then we jump up here in the A minor pentatonics, play anything you like, your licks, which you this way you can start to develop the whole thing. I'll show you with the backing track. Yeah, and on the last part, I would recommend to just play solo till the turnaround comes. In this case, you can use either this one or the classic one up here, 9, 8, 7. Then go to E. And then you're pretty cool to go. And this way you can really create something very nice and open and just leave space for the other instruments. One of the biggest mistakes you can do in music is to not leave space for other instruments. So let the drum and bass breathe too. Even it's a backing track here, let it breathe. And so on. It's really an open thing, and when you work only with drum and bass, you as a guitar player, you have a lot of responsibility to create a sound, and this is the way, one way which it can be done. Okay folks, that was the cool shuffle blues guitar riff. The riff is as is simple. It keeps a motif going, it keeps the motif sticks the whole thing together, and this should be always in your mind when you play it. You know, you don't have to play it all the time, but the main thing has to stay in your mind, and while you play anything else, you still know where you exactly are, and that's probably the biggest challenge for most of you, to know exactly where you are. I know it from my experience with my live students and my online students. That's the main problem, but the riff itself helps you to keep position in a standard blues form, 12 bars, without quick change. And yeah, it's really, I really love this riff here. Just created it just now. It's cool. And yeah, what more to say? If you want to download this backing track, just drum and bass plus the tabs of the riff which I showed you. It's available in the HPCrazy Guitar Academy. Please join there with a free member account, but in order to download the material you need a premium member account upgrade. And help to build the little guitar community there with the support as a free member or as a premium member, and share the word about me and Dr. Pink to the guitar community. Me and Dr. Pink are saying goodbye.